All right, brother. Thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to me today, and welcome to this interview. If you just want to start out by telling the viewers and me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, of course. My name's Ashley Bennett from the UK. I moved to Spain when I was 15 years old, and I started trading last end of last August with Fred Trading. It was my first real trading experience, and it's been fantastic.
That's great to hear, man. That's great to hear. So, what do you do for a living besides obviously trading? Also, what is your everyday job?
My everyday job is real estate. So I'm a estate agency. I'm buying and selling properties for clients as well. I handle all that sort of side. So to be able to do this in the evenings and the mornings is just perfect for me, really.
How do you fit trading into your real estate day job?
I'm lucky enough. I work for myself in that company there, you see. So
Oh,
it's
nice.
not kind of, I haven't got to be behind a desk all the time. So I can do it. I've got my own desk at my home. And every time my phone dings, I can answer it.
That's awesome. That makes a lot of sense. Do you live in Spain now, you said?
I do, yes, but I'm currently on holiday in London. But I do live in Spain.
Oh, okay, that's nice. And you joined Fred Trading in August, you said last year, right?
August, yes, yes.
And was Fred Trading your first trading group you've ever been part of, or have you also been part of other trading groups?
No, Fred Trading was the first. It was my first experience in trading, my first trading group, my first
Oh,
absolutely
wow.
everything.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting because I like to compare other trading groups if they've been part of that, but you obviously haven't. So what do you like about Fred Trading then, if it's your first trading experience, right?
Well, it's everything about it. The signals are fantastic. The team's good. The support's there as well if you need it. But not only that, is you've got the community. You've got the community in the chats. Where if you've got questions or you just want to laugh, you can just go over there and you've got everything that needs doing. You've got help there as well. You can make friends as well. You got all of it. It's more
Hmm.
than just the trading. It's a community there.
I appreciate that, man. How much time do you spend trading every day? Like copying signals, and do you also look at the chart yourself and take your own trades yet, or is it mostly copying?
No, I also do my own trades as well, which I normally trade either just half an hour when London opens in the morning
Hmm.
and half an hour when New York opens.
Hmm.
And that's myself doing the trading. And then obviously any signals that come through, which take a couple of minutes each time.
Hmm.
So no longer than an hour and a half each day.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, brother. And you've been part since August last year. What did you start out with when you started this trading journey, and what are you at now?
So I deposited 1,500 euros and it's
Hmm.
currently at over 14,800 just in the trading. And also there's obviously over another, well, this morning crypto's pumped even more. So it's over 5,000 profits in my crypto as well.
14,000. That's damn well done, brother. Holy,
Yeah,
I'm trying not to swear, but that's really impressive, man.
it's been incredible. It's been just ups and downs to say for the first week, but then once I got my head down into it, it's just been ups.
What's your goals with this whole trading thing? Like, what have this done for you since you started trading?
Or it's made me go on holiday to 6 different countries. It's made me buy things that I never thought I'd be able to buy at this stage of my life. Anyway, it's given me the freedom as well. It hasn't got. I don't have to worry so much about selling a property. If it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Dude, that's awesome, man. That's freaking awesome. What is your plans with this trading thing then? Like, do you just want to keep doing it as a side hustle, or do you actually have plans to like bigger plans with it, or?
No, my plans is to be full time trading. I love it. I
Mhm.
love every aspect about it. I think I just think how the whole trading thing works itself is just incredible. You know, it's so I can stare at the charts and just think I can't wait to be able to read this full time.
I love it, man. It's so weird, right? Sometimes with trading, because at normal jobs, you kind of look forward to the weekend, but with trading, you look forward to Monday again.
I
It's
look
it's
forward to
weird,
Monday
right?
morning. It's the first time in 30 years I've ever gone to bed early on a Sunday. I look forward to Monday.
Oh man, that's freaking awesome, bro. That's freaking awesome. Well, you answer so fast and efficient, man. I'm not even sure what more to ask you. It goes super fast. Do you have anything you want to ask me while I'm thinking about more questions?
Yeah, of course. I can't say I've mastered trading, obviously, but every so often I do have sort of niggles in my head that says
Hmm.
risk more. and probably overtrade. Is there a way that you found to overcome it? It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes they come in and I do a stupid trade and I lose maybe the day's profit. Is there a way around that you know, or just time?
I don't think there's a way around it, but I do not risk, for example, I do not risk 0.5% every time I take a trade, or 1%. It also depends on a lot of things, dude. It depends on the specific trade. Sometimes I risk 5% per trade. Sometimes I risk 10. Sometimes I even go ahead and risk 100% of my account per trade, dude. But then I calculate. But then obviously it's not my $1 million account if I risk 100%, right?
You're
I
right. Yeah.
calculate it
Thank you.
into the positions. For example, the crypto trades I took now, I deposited 100K in November on that account, and I was fine with risking the entire account and trying to turn that into 1 million. And right now that's sitting at $600,000, right? In
Wow.
4 months, I did like a 600% return, and that's not possible if you risk 1% per trade, right?
Right.
But
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
other hand, if I trade commodities, if I trade oil, if I trade Nash 100, TJ30, I never risk more than 1, 2, 3% max per trade because it goes super fast and I'm scalping. So it also
Right.
depends on what kind of trade you're having. If you're thinking about, if you're layering a gold trade, then obviously you can risk more. The more layers you put on, as long as you calculate your risk into the trade, so you don't get liquidated before it drops down to a certain level that you has as your stop loss, right?
Right. Yeah.
Honestly, bro, it's okay risking more than 0.5% or 1% sometimes if you kind of have a plan with it. Just don't do it because a lot of people, they just go in and they're like, no, I'm just gonna risk 50% of this random trade he just said now on gold. Like, don't do that, right?
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
a plan. If you want to risk more, you need to calculate everything. You need to make a plan. And other than that, bro, it's just the more secure, the more you feel good about the trades, the higher you can risk. But always like calculate your risk into it, so you don't end up blowing your entire account on two random gold trades on a Tuesday morning, right?
It's because every time I increase the risk, it's the ones that lose. And the ones that I risk maybe 0.5% or 0.25%, it's the ones that go straight to TP.
Yeah, it's always like that, man. But otherwise, if you wanna, let's say you're growing your capital and you're normally risking, like you're normally using 0.2 lots. I don't know. But you're growing your capital, it's growing bigger. You need to use bigger lot sizes. Dude, it's all up. Just risk your lot size to 0.3 then, and then if you have a few losses in the beginning, just keep the lot size. And if you're consistent, if we're consistent and we keep winning, like it doesn't matter if you have a few losses on the two trades that you up your lot size, right? Because eventually it's
It's
gonna
going to come back round.
gonna compound up and come back, and then you can continue to use the bigger lot size, right?
Yeah, no, that's true. Fantastic.
For sure, man.
Thank you. There is one other question for this time.
Yeah, shoot.
Um, Prop firm trading. What's your honest? I know you give free giveaways. What's your honest opinion? Is it worth it, or is it worth taking for your own capital?
Prop firms are a difficult area, man, because there's so many scam prop firms out there.
Yeah, like FTMO,
Probably.
the original
Yeah,
ones
if
or
you use
something.
FTMO and it's legit, and obviously you cannot use high frequency trading. You cannot, like, you have to pass it on your own, right? FTMO. If you can get that passed and you're consistent, I think it's good, bro, to get bigger capital in the beginning. But if you have your own capital, like, it's 10 million times better to use that instead of prop firm trading. But if you don't have more than a few thousand or something to put in, then it's good to build up your capital. Like what I did when I started out a long time ago. I did use prop firms, and then I took every single money I made from prop firms and I deposited back into my personal trading account. So I didn't take any profits there. Every single profit I made straight into my own personal trading account. And then I kind of built that up by trading myself and adding more all the time. And then eventually I had a $1 million account, and then I've kept it on a $1 million account for actually 1.5 years now. So every time I make profit, I take the profit down, so I trim it down to $1 million. So it's never bigger or smaller than $1 million my account, and that works well for me. But prop firms are good, bro. It's just there's so many rules, dude. It's for me, it's
Yeah.
personally, it's very hard to trade because I cannot trade by only going in 5% drawdown because I have a
Yeah.
lot of trades running, and I often go in 10% or 15% drawdown with a lot of different trades, right? And then I would blow the account and lose the funded account. So for me, it doesn't work. But
Right. Yeah. But
I
if you
think it
have one
depends on
trade at a time, maybe it's different.
I think it depends on a lot what kind of trader you are. If you're scalping and you don't have too many trades going at the time, if you're not a swing trader, all these kind of things, then it can work. It can work fine if you scalp NAS and DJ30 every day. Like a prop firm is fine because you're never gonna go in more than 5% drawdown, right?
Yes, no, it's true. Because obviously I've got a bit of capital I can trade with, but obviously I was trying to think. Also, don't want to get greedy, and I want to try and scale it up in the most sufficient way possible.
Mhm. Well, honestly, bro, I get a lot of people are thinking like with prop firms, oh, I'm not risking my own money. It's better than I can have my own money saved, and I'm not risking those. I get that, but if you have your personal trading account and you're keeping a good risk management, I'm not talking about the accounts where I risk 100% of the trade. Like that's the ones I don't care if I lose all the money.
Yeah,
Like my $1 million account, I never risk more than a few percent per trade. If you have that account, it's a lot better to just build that one up, dude, because you can never blow it if you have a good risk management. It's not possible, right?
yeah,
So I think prop firms is fine, but again, as I said, I would use the prop firm, take all your profits and put it into your personal trading account and then just build it, build it, build it, build it bigger until you have an account big enough for you to make a certain amount of money that you're happy with every month. So I trade on the $1 million account. I can do 10, 20, 30% a month on that one. I also have a lot of other accounts, but I probably make 100 to 200 grand every month on my $1 million account in average, right? Then
right,
I
yeah,
trim that back down to $1 million and I start over every month. But that's like how
right.
I pay myself. And I don't need a bigger account. I could keep compounding it to 2 million, but I don't need that because I'm happy with the profits I can make on it. So I stopped at 1 million and then I just keep it there and I stay long away from prop firms because I have the capital to not use them now.
Of course, yeah, yeah. You don't need it now.
But that's how I would that's how I would see it, man. It's good to build up your own capital, but personal accounts are a million times better.
That's what I was thinking. I'll stick to my personal account for the time being. I mean, I'm not. It's going well, so don't
It,
ruin
it is
something that's not
definitely going
broken.
well. What was it that again now? Well, like with your own capital put in also.
What was the what? Sorry.
What's your own account at? Like what's the capital now with your
Um,
outstanding
well,
profits?
I haven't been on it since being in London, but I did take out 7 grand. Obviously, which
Hmm.
took out my 1,500 deposit back
Yeah, that's good.
and extra. So, but when I get back into Spain, because it's all on my laptop, I try and stay away from it as much on my phone because I'm walking around London and I open the charts. I'm like, that looks good, and it turns out not to be good.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure, brother. For sure. But I think it's also a good idea to take profits, right? The best thing you can do is to take your initials out. So if everything goes to shit, at least you didn't lose anything on it. And
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
and I can hear you already took like quite a lot of profits out as well and spend it on some holidays and stuff. So
Yeah.
man, it's a good
Yeah.
start, bro.
No, it's fantastic. It's been brilliant. I've really enjoyed it. So thank you.
No, man, thank you, brother. I mean, I do this for because I make enough money myself to to for my own trading. So I basically just do this too because I freaking love when people, dude, I get like hundreds of messages every single week from people who bought this and bought that, and thank you for the freedom. And dude, it just warms my heart. It makes me so happy every time. So I
No, I
appreciate it,
can
man.
imagine. Yeah, I could imagine it must be such a nice feeling having all them people in there. And I often see people in there like, I've just brought this, I've done that, and all that. No, it must be great.
It is, man. It is, man. Do you have anything else you want to ask me? Because you answered so fast and quick all my questions. I don't even know what to ask anymore now.
No, that was the only two questions to be found because I'm just following everything that comes through and it's going well. And I don't want to overcomplicate my trading either because I found as soon as you overcomplicate anything in life, it can it can turn around on you.
For
So
sure,
I'm
dude.
just doing that as well.
For sure, man. I mean that's one of the things I live by when I talk about my own trading. There's so many indicators out there. Like there's 1,000 indicators you can use. And personally, I don't use a single indicator, not one. I've I've tried it, it doesn't work for me. I've traded full time for like 4 or 5 years now. And I just use price action, man.
So when you
It's the
take
best
price
way to
action,
trade
that's
for me.
just like trend lines and support and resistance and
I
just
use
stuff
trend
like that.
lines, I use support, I use resistance, I use volume. So I see the volume, and I use candlestick patterns. Like, so if for example we have a nice upgoing trend line, and we also have a support area, and the price wicks down exactly to the support area and the trend line, and you have these two kind of things telling you this is going to be a good buy, then you're just going to look for a candlestick rejection or candlestick pattern down. And as soon as you have a candlestick rejection, you have three indicators now saying that this is a good buy. You have the support area, you have the trend line, you have the candlestick rejection, and that's a perfect trade for me. Soon as these three
Okay.
things align, I always put a buy or sell in.
And when you say you look for the a strong rejection candle, is that on a 1 minute time frame or higher?
No, I never use 1 minute time. 1 minute time frame is useless. You can't use it for
Okay.
anything. This the lowest I go is 5 minute, but mainly like I want to wait for the bigger candles you use, the stronger the indicators are. And that goes for everything, for trend lines, for support areas, for rejections. The higher time frame, the stronger the confirmation is, right? So if you have a
Right.
big candlestick rejection on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour, something like this, then that's perfect. But it's also fine on the 15 minute, 30. It depends on what you trade. Like if you trade DJ 30 Nash 100, you cannot wait for the 4 hour candlestick, because then
That's
it's
what I
going
was
to be
because yeah,
600
yeah,
pips away already. But then you have to
yeah.
use the smaller time frames, like 15 minute or 13 minutes. But basically, if you like, a perfect trade for me is just you need the support area, the trend line, and the candlestick rejection. If these three things align, it's a perfect trade for me. Like it doesn't always go home, but in my experience, like 2 out of 3 of them always goes home, and then you can have a pretty good risk reward ratio on it.
I was going to say then your risk to reward is always 1 to 3, 1 to 4 anyway, so you can afford to lose one or two here and there.
For sure, man. I mean, that's how I trade. That's what works for me. I'm not saying indicators are shit and garbage. I'm sure some of them work. Some people probably use Fibonacci. It works well. Some people use all kind of other weird indicators. And I'm sure it works for some people, but for me, price action is just simple. I keep my chart clean. I don't draw all kind of weird shit on it. I just draw simple support and resistance lines, trend lines, look for candlestick rejections, and then I just use common sense, bro. Like,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you have news coming out and it's horrible for the US dollar, yeah, then maybe you should go in and look for buys on gold, right? Like just use common sense. And if you combine all these things, it can't really go that wrong, man. Like
yeah,
I don't know if you saw it, but I closed $135,000 of trades yesterday on Solana, and I closed $250,000 of trades in December on Bitcoin. And
yeah.
that's just by using common sense, bro. Like, because you know the bull run are coming, you know Trump is taking office. So you buy
Mm.
and you DCA, you put more trades on when it drops. And dude, that's as simple as it is. And I made 400 grand on those two trades, right? I mean, just common sense.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is my first ever, obviously my first experience trading and my first time witnessing a bull run. So I was skeptical about how to do any of it. So I missed out, but I won't next time.
It's all right, bro. Like I also missed out last time, but I've been holding a lot of mine I mean, I held my Bitcoin for 2 years before anything happened, and it just fluctuated in minus plus. Like it was not really doing much, but
Right, yeah.
it's been so easy this bull run, man. I think I've done almost $2 million profit just in crypto positions in the last 4 months. It's so stupid how easy it is right now.
Yeah,
And that's
it's
just by using
unbelievable.
common freaking sense, dude. Like it's so easy.
Yeah, I mean, next time you're able to buy, I'll enter it with you this time.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I mean, Trump is taking office today, so I'm expecting everything to go freaking crazy over the past next weeks.
Right, okay. I'll keep an eye on it. The next dip that comes along, I'll be putting a little lot size on it as well.
For sure, man. I mean, personally, I'm pretty big on Dogecoin right now, but that's quite a gamble also.
Right, because I did when XRP was about 220 in December. I had
Hmm.
some buys on it, and it was fluctuating for so long. And then I was stupid last week, and it got to 290, and I closed it. I was, but at the time, I was like, I'm happy with the profit that's there.
Hmm.
But at the same time, I was like, why did I close it at the start of this altcoin season?
But honestly, also, dude, like if you're happy with the profit, take it. Like I'm the kind of person that's like, I don't necessarily need to hit the all-time highs. I close when I'm happy with my profits because I closed all my Bitcoin positions at $92,000, right?
Yeah.
And I made $1 million on those trades and the Bitcoin I held. Yes, I'm aware that it's running in 108, $9,000 right now, and I probably could have made 300K more. But man, who can hit exactly the top? Like you're so lucky if that
Yeah.
happens. And if you're happy
Yeah.
with your profits, take the freaking profit. Like I closed my Solana yesterday. I did $135,000 profit. I'm happy with it. I don't care if it goes to 400 because I still made a lot of money that I'm happy with, right? So you don't have to hit the top every time. When you're happy,
No.
take the profits, bro. That's how I trade.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's true. It's very true. That's what someone also said. It's like never look back on something that you made money on. Because if you've made
Exactly.
money, it's good.
Exactly, man. Because maybe you could have made double the amount, but what if you lost what you made now and made nothing, right? It's better to make something
Yeah.
than make nothing, right? So,
Yeah, that's the other fear, isn't it, of losing profits that are floating.
hmm,
That's another fear that like, takes a while to get over that.
for sure, man. For sure, bro. Well, man, if you don't have anything else, it was wonderful to talk to you, and I really appreciate you taking the time out to give me 15 minutes here, man.
No, thank you very much. It's been great talking to you. It's been very helpful as well. Thank you.
For sure, brother. And let's smash it this week and make some more money, right?
Fantastic. I look forward to it.
All
Start the new
right,
year
man.
strong.
Have a good day, brother.
Thank you very much. Thank you. See you later.
Bye.
Bye bye.